Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Renee. Give a couple more minutes here to people that might be trying to log on. Hope everyone has had a beautiful week thus far. Let's see if you can see me back here. Wonderful. Good morning, Lana. Welcome. Today I went ahead and put our mantra that we used in the center, and we're going to continue with that theme today, but I thought it might be helpful if I just write it. Sometimes that's more helpful than me saying it, and you can see it as well. Wonderful. So before we get started here this morning, making sure that you have water if you need it. Any weights that you want to use, you can use water bottles as weights as well, or any canned goods. And making sure that you also have that chair near you if you need that as well. I'll just give people, see, we got more people hopping on. I just want to give people just a few minutes here. Sometimes it takes them a second to find me. Anyone have any fun Mother's Day plans this weekend? Hi, Jane. Good morning. I would like to say that we do, but my goal for Mother's Day is to do nothing. And hopefully my boys will just do for me. I would just like to be still. That would be my Mother's Day gift. Hi, Judy. Um, yeah, so in fact, we are going to Texas for a wedding and then going to extend that into a family vacation. And so I didn't really feel like it was appropriate to do anything too crazy for Mother's Day because we're going to leave here in a few weeks and spend money on our family. So we don't really need anything for Mother's Day. But I hope all of you have something fun planned, maybe a brunch or getting together with family. All right. I think we have a lot of people on as of now. So I'm going to get set up here. If you hear stomping, I hope you can't hear that on my speaker, but if you do, it's just my 5-year-old running around. So let's get ourselves set up this morning to start our Friday and our weekend off with some great movement all together here. So we're going to start this morning seated in our chair. And we're going to sit nice and tall with our back flat against the chair, feet are flat on the floor. And we're just going to start with some gentle neck rolls. So taking that neck down and around. Taking this as slow as you need to this morning. And being very mindful that you're not hearing any popping or crackling in the neck. Nice job. Exhaling when that chin comes to chest. Inhaling at the top. Let's do one more. And when you get your ear around to the left shoulder, pause for just a moment. Maybe this is a deep enough stretch for you. Maybe you want to gently place your hand on your head, relaxing this outside shoulder. Maybe you let the arm come down, really feeling the stretch in the side of that neck. And slowly release. Coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to switch the directions of those circles around. Nice work. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. Commenting. Keep with those neck rolls. Breathing into it. Let's do one more. And you know where we're going. We're going to hold right ear to the right shoulder. Again, maybe this is deep enough for you, or taking that option, placing the hand gently on the head, letting that side body relax on the left side, and breathe into that stretch. And slowly release. We're going to take our neck down, holding for a brief moment. And then slowly, so we don't get dizzy, look to the ceiling. Stretch out the opposite side of our neck. Let's do that again. Exhale, drop chin to chest. Inhale, slowly start to lift that neck and up towards the sky. Exhale, do this with your breath movement here. And inhale. On this next one, we're going to hold that gaze down. Maybe this is enough, or you want to gently place pressure on the top of your head, just getting a little more length in that spine and that neck. And inhale, release. Nice job. We're going to start with those shoulders. You can take these rolls as deep as you need to. So if you like to take your arms more out, stretching out the back and the shoulders, that's appropriate. Keeping with that breath, nice big inhales through the nose. Exhale, we release it. Nice job. Let's do one more this direction. Release, and we're going to switch. Opposite direction. Throughout our practice this morning, every inhale keeps us grounded, focused on our flow of life and how it unfolds with our mantra. With every exhale, we let go. Anything that's maybe causing some frustration or is not serving us this morning, don't let it take up space in your mind. Release it with that exhale. One more time and release. Nice job. All right, we're going to start to do some marches here. So just lifting and lowering. You can do this standing if you choose. Always know that most of the movements we can do if standing or seated. You choose. It's your time, your workout. I'm just here to give you a little bit extra push, some motivation on this beautiful Friday morning. Maybe you want to add your arms. Taking this as quickly or as slow as feels good for you this morning. Beautiful. Keep marching. I'm just checking on everybody. Keep marching. Nice work. Breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We're going to take our posture coming into some seated cat-cow here. So inhale, really reach that heart forward. Exhale,
Slide those palms on your thighs and exhale.
Inhale nice and tall. Exhale,
Release. Let's do a couple with your breath, your cadence, not being so mindful about where I am
and what it looks like on this end. Find that breath.
Nice job.
Couple more wherever you are. And when you feel complete, you're going to come back center here. All right, options this morning, friends. If you want to stay seated, you're just going to take those legs out to the side with your arms, taking them as high or as low as you need to. If you'd like to stand, right here is where we're going. So find that position that feels good for you this morning. Nice big inhale before we start. Exhale, release. Here we go. Out and in. And remembering, taking this quicker if you want more of your heart rate to increase here. Knowing that even if you're in the chair, you can take it as slow. So when you want to take it slower, I always encourage you to do it with the breath. So inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. If you want to go a little quicker, that's of course going to get your heart rate up a little higher this morning. Listening to what your body is calling for. Nice job. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, friends, and relax. All right, if you are going to stay standing, we're going to take these really slow. And when you come around for a hip circle, I want you to kind of hold for a moment, feeling that hip get a stretch. Then come around to the other side. Hold, stick that hip out. If you're seated, we've done this before, reaching and pulling, okay? Either one is not wrong. It's what feels good for you this morning. So just each time, taking your time and whatever feels good this morning. This should feel nice. Sometimes getting that hip a little extra stretch, pushing it out very gently. Nice job. One more time, each hip. And then we're going to switch directions. So my ladies that are seated, you're going to take your arms to the left. And holding. And holding. Nice work, ladies. Keep working. Or my gentlemen, sorry. This is often why I get myself in trouble. I always say ladies. But you'll hear me say friends a lot, and that's my way of incorporating everyone. We're all friends in this community, I hope. Pushing. Last one on this side. And beautiful. All right. Last little bit of warm up here. You can stay in your chair, and you're going to bring your arms up, and you're going to lift your knees like we're doing high knees. If you want to stand, you don't have to use your chair. You can come into your high knees, or you can keep your chair right here in front of you so you can have that support, okay? Whatever you choose, we're going to start those high knees. Inhaling the knee up, exhaling it down. Same if you're seated, arms in front. Inhale and exhale. If you're standing and you feel like you have that mobility to go a little quicker, as long as you're doing it safely so you don't feel unstable like you're going to fall, you can take this as quick as you feel necessary this morning. Nice work. Inhale and exhale. We're here for just a little bit because I want everyone to listen to where they are this morning, not worrying about how many I've done or you've done, just warming up the core here, warming up our heart space, right, because we're getting it pumping a little harder this morning. Nice job. Keep pushing. Keep with those high knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Beautiful. Grab a drink if you need it before we start into our strength.
Nice work. All right, we are going to grab our weights. As always, you can do these movements in your chair, or if you want a little extra, I know Judy's on here this morning, so if you want to move your hips a little bit, you can, or you can stay in your chair. So what we're going to start is with our hammer curls. So I know we do biceps this way. Today we're going to do them. Our palms are going to turn in. If you're seated, feet are flat on the floor, long spine, and you're going to inhale the arms up and exhale them down. Inhale up, exhale down. If you're standing, same thing, but maybe you like to move a little bit. Either is fine. Making sure that either option you're seated with that spine really long and tall, and you're using that core as part of this lifting. And we definitely don't want to let the weights just fall. So really think about resistance you're creating on the way down and on the way up. Nice job. Squeeze into that bicep. Beautiful. We're going to do 8 more, and then we're going to alternate. So we'll take one arm at a time. Beautiful. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. So we're staying with that. Again, if you're taking this seated, we're going to go in and out. Other side, up and down. So that's what it looks like. You can stay standing tall, but alternating those hammer curls up and down. Beautiful. Inhaling and exhaling. Keep breathing. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Slowly put those weights down. We're going to come into some leg strength this morning and hip mobility. So knowing that these are, I'm going to give you some options this morning. So I have my chair kind of pushed against my wall to help support me, which if you have that option, that's a good choice in this movement. So we're going to come into chair squats. So feet are flat on the floor if you're going to do this seated, and you're just going to lift, stand, and then guide your hips back and sit in the chair. If my girls that like to be a little bit more movement, you can have your chair right here. Toes are slightly turned out. You're going to sink that booty back, that tailbone back. So sitting down in that chair and lifting. This doesn't have to be super deep, okay? So get yourself set up wherever is feeling good for you this morning. And we're going to take this nice and slow, depending on where you are. So if you're in the chair, okay? So here we go. We're going to inhale down, exhale, push through those heels and release. Nice job. Inhale and exhale. Really sink that booty back like you're sitting in that chair. Nice job. Keeping that chest open, and you're pulling that core back, not letting it fall forward. See how I do that? So let that tummy try to pull it back. Nice job. Keep working. We have 6, 5. Nice job. Keep breathing into it. Inhaling down, exhaling up. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Release that. Maybe shake out the legs if you need it this morning. We're going to do that again, but we're going to go back to our arms. So taking your time, maybe grabbing a drink if you need it, taking our time to get back to our chair. Or maybe you're already there because you decided to do chair squats. All awesome choices this morning. So we're going to go back to our hammer curls. So sitting nice and tall in our chair, or you're standing. If you're standing, make sure you don't lock out your legs. Keep a nice easy bend in them even as you're coming into these hammer curls. Your elbows stay nice and close to the body. We don't let them come out. So let's go into this. Big, nice, long spines. Here we go. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Keep working. Beautiful. Enjoying this beautiful morning of movement to start our weekend off on the right foot. Maybe you're looking forward to some gardening this weekend for Mother's Day. I think the weather is going to be cool enough. It might be a nice time to do that. Lifting and lowering, squeezing on that bicep. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one right here, and up. Nice. We're going to go into that alternating to finish out this little series here. So sit nice and tall, roll those shoulders down and back, right arm, and then the left. Inhaling and exhaling as those weights come down. Nice work. Breathing into it. Taking this as slow as you need to. It's important to know that not everyone's cadence of movement is the same, and that's perfectly okay. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do 5. Nice job. 4, 3, 2. Last one right here. Nice job. Slowly release those weights. And we're going to do our seated or standing squats. So take your time, but get to that position that feels good for you this morning. I'm going to do this one seated just so we can show everyone each option here. Nice work. So if we're going to stay in our chair to do these squats, sitting nice and tall, feet are flat on the floor. You can have your arms out in front or on your hips, wherever feels good for you to be able to get up out of that chair, okay? So we exhale, push through those heels, squeeze the glutes, and then we inhale, slowly come down. Nice job. Exhale, push off. Nice job. Keep going. Pushing. These squats are so good for our hip mobility and our leg strength. So don't be so concerned about how many you're getting. I'd rather them be really good quality, even if you're only doing a few. We just work up to it. Nice job. Don't forget that breath. Exhaling up. Inhaling down, even if you're standing, my friends. Nice job. Let's do 4 more all together. 3 and 2. Last one here. And release. Beautiful work, friends. Take a moment, grab some water. Way to push hard this morning. We're going to take a whole break here, so no need to rush through this. Shake out your hands if you need to. Wiggle out any kinks that feel good for you this morning, okay? So, I'm going to show you before we do it together. I always like to show you before we start. So you can stay seated for this, and then I'll show you standing. So we're going to do one arm at a time because it gets kind of confusing to do both. So I'm just holding the left one here. So I'm going to stand, I'm sorry, I'm going to sit nice and tall, long spine. I want you to push yourself away from your chair just a little bit because we're going to do what I call a little seesaw. So we're going to punch forward, row it back in, hinge just a tiny bit over your hips, and then go into that tricep, okay? So I'm going to show you to the side. So we're going to punch, row it back, hinge just a little bit so you can get that length in that arm, pull it in, lift. All right, that's where we're going. So if you're standing, same thing, soft bend in your leg. You're going to punch, pull it in, hinge just a tiny bit, come into that extension of that tricep, pull it back in. Here we go. Wherever you are, let's do it together. Punch, row, hinge, extend that arm. Beautiful. Punch, pull it in, hinge, tricep. Nice job. Keep working. Keep squeezing on that weight as you punch. We'll feel our shoulders a little bit here, a little bit of our bicep, and of course our tricep is working. Nice job. Taking this as slow as you need to. All right, let's do 5 and 4. We got this. Keep going. 3 and 2. Last one right here, friends. And release. Beautiful. Taking your time. We're going to switch other sides. So I'm going to do it seated this time. I always like to give you lots of choices. So if you're seated, you can see I'm a little bit far from my chair, not all the way back. Feet are flat on the floor. My girls that decided to stay standing, please keep doing that. So we're going to extend that left arm, pull it in, hinge a little over those thighs, reach it back into that triceps. Pull it in, lift, punch it out, row it in, hinge, tricep. Nice job. We got this going here. Find that movement that feels good for you. Try not to swing the shoulder as you come into that tricep. We want to keep the shoulder very nice and still. It's just coming from that elbow joint, that movement. Nice job. Keep going. Beautiful. Nice work. Let's do 5 more all together. Getting that tricep nice and turned on this morning. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Sitting nice and tall. Roll it out. Beautiful. I hope everyone's feeling good. Give me a little thumbs up if everyone's good. I always like to try to get your feedback. I know it's difficult on live because I can't hear you like I do in the center. All right, we're going to move on. So I'm going to show you chair first, and then for any of my friends that want to have more of an advanced movement and feel like they want a more challenging pose, neither one is wrong or bad, just options. So the first one is if you're going to stay seated, you're going to come into what I call a bicep bend reach. So we're going to take our arms in this W, but when you reach, you're actually going to reach more down and then pull it in. So see how I kind of went down and then I lifted. So your biceps are turned on. If you're going to stand, you're going to come into a wide V. And I'm going to show you my feet more. I know this room, I wish I could get my whole entire face and body, but I can't. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my stance a little wider. My toes are up, my heels are in. And you're going to sink your hips. Now, It's important if you're doing this advanced move that you make sure those knees go over the middle of your feet, not forward of your big toe. So sometimes, depending on your hips, you might have to come a little closer to get that. I have tight hips, so I have to go a little wider. So if you're coming here, you're still doing the bend and pull it back, but now I've added my legs. So if you, my friends, want to stand and do this, this is the extra layered on. I know in class you guys teased me, but I like to layer. You got choices. So seated, bend, reach, standing. Here we go. Arms go out, pull them in. Don't think about how deep you're getting in this little wide V squat. Just a little bend here. Reach the arms down and pull them in. Reach down and pull them in. Same with my friends that want to stay seated. Reach them down, pull them back. Almost pull those elbows like they're going to go behind your body. Beautiful. Keep working. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll out those shoulders, shake out those biceps. We're going to do something else this morning. So if you're going to stay seated, you're going to stay right where you are, and you're going to come into reverse biceps. So now my palms are down, and you're going to lift here, okay? This is where you are if you're going to stay in your chair. If you're going to stay standing, we're going to stay in that wide V. We're going to sink our hips down. I'm going to turn to the side here because I want you to see this. In this wide V, especially when we're coming into this, it's really, we want to stick our booties out, but try not to. Try to keep the hips square. Sink the hips down, and all we're doing is going to hold. So my friends that are standing, you're just going to hold. We're not going to dip, but you're going to come into those reverse biceps. So my palms are down. I'm lifting and lowering, okay? So wherever you are, maybe you've already started. That's a good choice too. Here we go. Reverse. Keep those elbows tucked nice and close to the body, even if you're in the chair. Stay nice and close. Lifting and lowering. All we're doing is the arms. If you're standing, you're not moving the hips, but really make sure those knees are out, not forward. So if you have to adjust your stance, squeezing the glutes if you're standing. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. Roll out the shoulders. Hopefully that felt good. Hip mobility there if you decided to stand. Or also tricky, sneaky little inside your thigh if you are standing in that wide V, because we really have to squeeze and everything is engaged to stay in that. And also you're working your quads. Nice job. Whew. All right. Beautiful work, friends. We're going to move on. For our last portion, we're going to do some balancing and strength. Now, remembering if you've had in-studio sessions with me or you've been with me before on here, knowing that adding the strength portion of balancing is just an option. It's me layering on. That does not serve you. You do not feel good doing that. You do not have to do that. So, we are going to stand at the side of our chair. And for that balance. If you're seated, you're just going to come into, actually, I should probably show you seated first. I'm sorry, friends. If you're going to stay seated, you can just come right here, or you can lift your heels right in the chair and come into that lateral lift. My girls that are wanting to stand, that chair is here for support. My legs are parallel. I'm going to do a little heel raise and add my arm. That's where we're going. So get yourself set up wherever feels good. Remembering, if you're standing, it's not about how high those heels get off the floor. This is balance. Knowing weight is optional. If you want to be right here with no weight, That's fine too. Maybe you're just playing with hovering that hand off the chair. Maybe you have to hold it the whole time. That's okay. Work with you where you are this morning. Nice job. Keep lifting and lowering. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, nobody move. I'm just going to show you options before we do the next move. So if you're going to stay standing, we've done this before. You're going to put your right leg nice and firm, bend in that leg, hold that chair. Right leg comes forward. We're going to take our arm forward with my, like a T raise here with my leg. If you want to be in your chair, same thing, sitting nice and tall, bring that arm forward, the leg lifts up. All right? This is where you are if you want to stay seated. Here we go. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, friends, and you'll be done. So here we go. When you're ready, lift and lower. Really pull that core. We don't want the weight to make us feel like we're going forward. So lift and lower. Nice job. Keep pulling that core and keep squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Nice job. Maybe shake out the feet if they started to talk to you. We do balancing poses. Our feet can sometimes start to get a little cranky with us. Beautiful. We're going to do that again on the other side, and then you, my friends, we will do our cool down all together. So, taking whatever variation feels good for you. I'm going to show you seated again, just because I like to remind you. So if you're going to start seated, we're going to start with those lateral moves. Feet are flat on the floor, and as you bring that arm up, you lift those heels seated in the chair. If you're going to stand, same thing, but you're just standing with that chair support. Standing nice and tall, legs parallel, lift and lower. We inhale and then exhale. Nice work. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Squeezing at the top. Maybe you play with hovering that hand off the chair. Maybe you don't. Still working just as hard if you're not letting go of the chair, I promise. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and release. Nice job. All right. Taking a moment here, always set you up. We're going to that last side of strength here. So this time my left arm is going to go up to a T and my leg is going to lift. So this is where you are if you want to stay seated, keeping that spine nice and long. Or if you are in your standing position, bend in that right leg, left leg comes up, lift and lower that weight. Here we go. Last hard effort of class this morning, friends. Remembering to give yourself lots of love no matter where you were this morning in your practice. That part of the work is showing up, and you did that, so celebrate that. Beautiful. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Nice job, everyone. Taking your time to come into that. So this is a choice. You can do this standing for this part of the cool down, or you can be in your chair. I'm going to do this part standing, but no, we've done this. It's our sun salutations, very much yogi inspired. You can do this in your chair. So we're going to take a nice big inhale. Arms come over the head. Exhale, reach forward very, very slowly. Legs are parallel. Just come into a forward fold. And like I said, if you're seated, this is what you look like. Letting everything hang long. Really relaxing the shoulders. Maybe you gently shake the head yes and no. Just soaking in all the efforts of your practice this morning. Inhale, just come halfway up. Inhale, exhale, release. Nice job. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs. And inhale, slowly roll yourself up so we don't get dizzy. Take it very slow. Nice job. No matter where you are, seated or standing, we're just going to come into these little noodle arms here. Just gently swinging our arms, taking that torso with us, coming into a gentle side twist here. Nice job. Beautiful. All right. If you're standing, we're going to take our foot in front and just hinge so we can feel the back of that leg get a stretch. You can do this in the chair too. Just leaning a little bit, feeling the back of that leg. And then inhale up. We're going to switch. Again, if you're standing, you're just same thing, hinging a little bit over that leg to really, hopefully you're feeling that in your hamstring and your calf. Release, other side. Inhale, exhale, fold. Leaning with the heart first, not the tummy. That gets the stretch a little deeper. Coming up one more time. Other side. Feeling that nice, beautiful stretch in the back of the leg. Beautiful. Okay, we did this in class the other day. It's a nice stretch for our legs. If this does not serve you, you do not have to cross your legs. You can keep your legs parallel. So first modification is just like this. We're going to inhale. Exhale, split the arms to the right. Maybe grab onto your chair. Maybe turn or look behind you. If you want extra, you're going to cross that leg like we're sitting like a lady here. Inhale the arms up, same thing. Exhale over that right side. Maybe gently hold on to that leg. And you should feel like a nice stretch in the hip. But if that is too intense, maybe you take your legs crossed lower. Lots of options here this morning, friends. Take whatever variation feels good for your body. And just breathe into that stretch. Exhale, come center. We're going to do that the other side. So again, taking whatever variation feels good for you. Inhale the arms nice and tall, center. Exhale, split those arms to the left, maybe gazing over your left shoulder, or maybe just looking right across. Whatever feels good. Exhale, release. Nice job. Rolling those shoulders this morning. Nice big inhales and exhales. And when you're ready, switch those directions with those circles, shrugging them up to the ears, exhaling, release. Starting to feel grounded again in your breath in this space. Hopefully carrying on all the positive energy we created this morning that you can carry on into your day, into your weekend. And release. Nice job. We're going to inhale our arms out to a T. Exhale, round the spine. Maybe interlace your fingers. Roll, maybe kind of wiggle out any kinks in that lower back, mid back. Exhale, slowly come up. Let's do that again. Inhale, big long arms. Exhale, round the spine. Interlace those fingers. Maybe wiggle side to side. And exhale, slowly come up. All right, my beautiful friends, you have finished. Last little bit of love we need to give to ourselves. So let's inhale that positive love and energy together in through the nose. Exhale, release. One more time. Nice big scoop of love. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Nice job, everyone. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hope you enjoyed this morning's practice. Create a little movement for yourself. I will be back Monday in the center. I'll still film, so if you're not coming to the center yet, if you're not feeling comfortable, you can still tap into the Facebook Live from home. But I will begin being in the center every Monday and Wednesday. And then Fridays, I will continue to be at home just because I have a little. But hopefully I'll see more of you in the center soon. Thanks, Tress. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Mother's Day. Thank you, Jane. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lana. For anyone that is deciding to stay on for the next session of our Basic 101 training, we just finished our advanced, so we'll do 2 more sessions, but those will be our 101 basic strength training. We will start that at 10:15. So if you need to take a potty break or a water break, please do so. And we will get started here in just a little bit. Good morning, Carol. Sorry, I was taking a little potty break. Welcome, welcome. We'll get started here in about 5 minutes, waiting to see if anyone else jumps on this morning. Hello, Karen. Good morning. Before we get started here, make sure that everyone has water if they need it, a chair, any weights that you want to use this morning before we get started. And I'm also, if you want to share, if you have any fun Mother's Day plans this weekend. I just heard, though, it's supposed to be kind of rainy, but hopefully tomorrow is supposed to be really pretty. So maybe get outside Saturday instead of Sunday. I shared in the first session that we will probably have a pretty quiet Mother's Day around our house just because here in a couple of weeks, good morning, Kathy. Here in a couple of weeks, we will be headed to Texas for a wedding, and we're going to turn that into an extended family vacation since we already are driving that far, and my kids are in desperate need since all the COVID stuff. We've not done anything like this in a couple of years now. So we're going to just kind of have a quiet Mother's Day to save some money for that adventure. Oh, okay. Kathy, I hope everything goes okay with your husband. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. We'll be sending good thoughts for him, of course. All right. Well, let's get ourselves set up and ready this morning. So we're going to start slowly warming up. You can stay seated or you can do this standing, but we're going to just start with some gentle marching. And I hope I always cue that you know that you can always do most of these movements um, in your chair. But I am going to move my chair because what we're going to move on from marching, you'll probably want your chair close to you, either beside you or in front of you. Okay? So to start, we're just going to come into some marching, some walking. Think about just the same tempo if you were going out for a walk this morning in your neighborhood. So just gently start to move our limbs, basically, our joints, being kind if this is your first movement this morning. Good morning, Ruth. Welcome, welcome. So know that you can do these gentle marches in your chair or you can do standing this morning. Nice work. Just warming up. Maybe really swing, exaggerate the arms so you're waking up the whole body here. Beautiful. Nice job. Coming to stillness either in your chair or standing. You're just going to lift those heels and come back. We're just warming up the feet as well this morning. You can always stay seated and just lift those heels the same. Either option is perfect. Beautiful. Lifting and lowering. Maybe as you come down, you want to slowly put that weight in the heels, almost like a little rocking motion. If that doesn't feel good for you, just stay with those heel rises. But sometimes pushing that weight forward and back is another great way to warm up the body. Beautiful. Keep breathing. And we have 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, we're going to stay either standing or seated, you decide. But we're going to come into our little hips. But this morning, we've changed it up. I want you to stay on one hip for a moment. Just feel that stretch. Come around to the other side. Hold. Just gently push that hip out. You should feel like a little gentle stretch. It shouldn't be painful, but we want to feel that stretch in that hip. Coming to the other side. So normally we do hip circles a little quicker. This morning I want you to take it a little slower, pausing as we stretch that hip side to side. Nice job. Keep going. Beautiful. All right, we're going to start our swimmer arms this morning. So just big, nice circles. And remember, you can do this in your chair if you choose. But we're just opening up the shoulders this morning. Going for a nice swim in the air, yes? Keep going. Reaching. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to switch the directions. So we're going to take our arm back like we're doing a backstroke. Really reach behind you, open up those shoulders. If you need to come a little lower range of motion, that's a good choice as well. Listening to your body, your shoulders this morning. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to go into some warming up of our legs. Parallel stance here, just a few here. We're going to take our hips down into that chair. Exhale, push up. Inhale down. Exhale, push up. If you need your arms out to the side or in front of you for more stability. Just a few more here, warming up the hips. Exhale, push up. Inhale, slowly sit in that chair. 2 more. And last one. And release. Beautiful work. All right. We're going to start with our strength. So seated in your chair, we're going to move on. Nice work this morning, friends. So we're going to take our weights. If you choose, you can always do these with not having any weights. All right, so we're going to come with our feet flat on the floor, and we're going to hinge just a little bit at our waist. So we're going to come into what I call a T bicep curl. So it's a T first, and then we're going to row it up. So T bicep, then row it up, squeeze that mid back together, those shoulder blades. T and squeeze. Nice job. Working to pull that core back as you are in this slightly hinged position. And you're working to keep those elbows as close as you can to your body. Nice job. Keep squeezing. Beautiful. Keep working. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Slowly rise up, roll out the shoulders if you need it. We're going to go into some more strength here. So we are going to options here. I'm going to show you seated first. So we're going to take our arm with our leg. So right leg, right arm. I'm going to lift the leg, pull it in. So this is where you want to be if you want to stay seated. Knowing you don't have to lift your leg very high off the ground. It can be very low. If you want extra this morning, if you're feeling like I want to stand, Jamie, then you can stand next to your chair. Get a soft bend in this right leg. You're holding your chair the whole time. Foot comes out in front, and as you gently lift, you pull that bicep up in a little curl here. Okay? Neither one is a bad choice. Take your time getting to wherever you want. I'm going to show you seated today just because I've taught a lot this week, friends, so I'm a little tired. I'd like to stay seated. But I like to show you that you can take it extra wherever you want. So lifting and lowering no matter where you are, squeezing into that bicep. If you're in the chair, it's really important not to try to hunch the back over that leg. Keep your spine nice and long. Squeezing that leg, squeezing that bicep. Beautiful work. Keep breathing. Let's do 8. Nice job. 6. 4. 2 more right here, friends. 2. And 1. Release. Shake it out. I'm just going to check on, make sure I didn't see anybody else. Come on here. Nice job. Shake it out. We're going to go to the other side. So if you are standing, you're going to shift your weight into the left leg, holding that chair. Weights in the left arm. If you're going to stay seated, same thing. Sitting nice and tall, you extend that left leg a little bit in front of you. Lift that leg and lift that arm into that curl. Lifting. and lowering. Nice job. Squeezing and releasing. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Keep working. You got this. Squeeze and release. Let's do 8 more right here. 8 and 6, 4, 2 more, 2 and 1. Release, shake it out. Maybe you want to grab a drink. Way to work hard this morning, friends. All right. Our next movement, if you choose, we're going to have both of our weights in our hands, sitting nice and tall, or you may stand with parallel legs here. We're just going to take our hands and we're going to punch across our body. So if you want to stand, same thing, nice parallel legs, slight bend in those knees, punch and punch. If you want to take it deeper, if you want some cardio this morning, you're just going to twist your body side to side here. Or maybe you want to step. You could step too, okay? Those are your choices this morning. Getting set up wherever feels good for you. That's so important to listen to you. Inhale and exhale, release. Here we go. Right punch and left punch. Right and left. Nice job. Keep that spine nice and long. Beautiful. And release. Keep punching. We're going to do 8 and 7. You got this. We got 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Release, roll out those shoulders if that feels okay for you to do. Working out any of the kinks. All right, I'm going to show you this move before we do it all together. So normally I have us come into this, but today I want you to turn those palms back. So instead of the palms forward, rotate that palm back towards the wall. And we're going to lift and lower. This is going to be a burner here. So mentally, we're going to tap into it. We're going to challenge ourselves. Challenge is good. Next option is you can take your leg out to the side as you lift those arms. Knowing that because we've twisted our palms forward, be kind to yourself. You may not be able to get all the way up here. Because if you start to do this where your back arches, you've taken it too far. So take it a little lower. So start to work those step outs. If you're standing, this is the same thing. You're just stepping out instead of in the chair. Lifting and lowering. Use that core. The core is so important in this movement so we don't round our back. We're working the back to lift these weights. We're working the tummy. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Maybe put those weights in your hand, in your lap for a minute. Roll out any kinks. Maybe hug yourself a little. Switching directions. Honestly, just working out those kinks any way that feels good for you. The shoulders start to talk to us, yes? All right. Next movement here, we're going to keep with that theme. So our palms are behind us instead of in front. And this time, though, I want you to push yourself a little bit from your chair, and you're going to push those weights behind you. I'm actually going to turn my chair so you can see this. We're going to come into some shoulder and tricep work. So my palms are behind me instead of forward. I'm going to move away from the back of my chair just a little bit. Sit nice and tall. You might have to hinge just slightly over your thighs, and you're going to lift those arms behind you, coming back, and lift. Nice work. Lift and lower. Work to pull that tummy. Don't let that tummy just fall on your thighs. Work to pull it back as much as possible. So we're working our mid back here, but we're also working our triceps, our shoulders. And knowing that it's not about how high you get these arms. Working with your shoulder mobility here. Nice job. 4 more, and this is the tricky part. We're going to hold those arms for just a moment and do some gentle pulsing of the arms. This is the hardest part of this. You can do this. So hold those arms at your length and just tiny, tiny lifts. You're in that burn zone, lifting, pull that core. 8, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Release, roll out those shoulders. Nice work. Way to challenge yourself. Take a little break here. Grab some water. Grab some water before we move on. We have a couple more movements, and then we'll go into our cool down here in just a few, not too long actually, friends. Some mornings these classes just go so fast. I want you to enjoy your break. No rush. Take your water, stretch out, whatever's feeling good for you this morning. Rolling the shoulders, maybe doing little noodle arms. Just really doing whatever your body is calling for this morning. All right. Excuse me. We're going to do that. I keep burping. I'm so sorry. We're going to keep doing what we've been doing this morning. So grab those weights again. And we are going to come back into our where we started. So feet are flat on the floor, hinging just a little bit over those thighs. We're going to come into those T curls. Then we release. Then we row it up and release. So T curls, little hammer curls, and row. Pulling back that core. And here we go. You got this. Let's do 8 more. Looking right out in front of you. Your gaze is right in front. Spine is nice and long. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one right here. And slowly release, maybe wiggle out any kinks before we go on to the next movement. So we're going to go on to our crunches. I mean, not our crunches. Our punches is what I meant to say, friends. So we're going to go into our side punches, knowing that if you chose to stand, you can kind of cross and use a little hip mobility here. If that doesn't serve you, please stay seated, okay? When you're ready, arms up, here we go. Right cross and left. Pull it back. Think about not only punching, but that resistance. Pull that arm. Think about that pull back as you punch over and pull it back. Nice job. Let's do 8. And 6. Nice work. Keep pushing. Challenges change. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Releasing those shoulders. All right. We're going to come into our balancing if you choose. So remember we said we could stay seated into those biceps and lifting the leg right here on the right side. If that's where you choose to be, you'll just stay in your chair. If you want a little extra, you're going to stand to the side of your chair, soft bend in this left leg, holding the chair, right toes come forward, and we gently lift that leg, squeezing the quad, squeezing this outside leg as much as possible. So taking a moment here, I want everyone, because I can't see you, but I want to have a moment where you can get to where you need to be if you want to be standing. Ah, nice job. Inhale, exhale, release. Here we go. Wherever you've chosen this morning, lifting and lowering. Inhale and exhale. Nice work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, shake it out. We're going to go do that again. Other side, friends. So setting yourself up and remembering you can do this in your chair, but this time it's our left arm, left leg. So getting that nice bend in the right leg so you have that support holding your chair. Left toe comes forward. And when you're ready, nice big inhale, lift, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale. Nice work. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing. Nice job. Before we move on, because we're already standing, I don't want to have you go back to the seat and then stand again. We're going to come into I know that was a little balancing, but we're going to do one more balancing if you choose. So we're going to stand behind our chair and we're going to lift the heels and lower just a couple of times to warm up the feet. So lifting and lowering. You could do this seated, just lifting and lowering the heels. If balancing doesn't serve you this morning, you will just stay seated while we do this little balancing here for a few moments. Nice job. One more time here. And release. Now, we're going to go into what I call a star. You're going to put a lot of weight into this left leg. You're going to hold your chair. That right leg, either you can just point your toe. Maybe this is your star right here. That's perfect. If you want to lift the leg and lift the arms, and your arms can come lower. They don't have to be a big wide star, or maybe you're way up here. Listening to your body. Maybe this is where you want to be. Your hands are on the chair and you're just lifting your leg up. Just find that balance and just hold. Hold the core. Beautiful. Keep squeezing. You're going to dance a little on that ankle. That's normal. And release. Shake it out if you need to. Breathe deeply a couple of times before we switch other side. So this time I'm putting my supporting weight into my right leg, remembering pointing that toe right here. If that's the balance that works for you, staying right here is definitely still balancing. If you want to lift the leg and still hold the chair, there's a choice. One arm off the chair, maybe two, and just squeeze wherever you are. Always it helps to lock in on somewhere that's not moving. You can really focus on a spot to keep your focus, squeezing, and slowly release. Nice job. Shake it out. You, my friends, we have one more little strength back in the chair, and then we will have graduated to our cool down. Nice job. So taking your time to get back to our chair this morning We have that final movement that we did earlier. So our palms are going to be forward instead of, or behind us, I'm sorry, instead of forward. So my palms are to the wall. My feet are flat on the floor. Shoulders rolled down and back. Nice tall spines. We inhale the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Nice job. Breathing into that uncomfortable space, knowing that uncomfortable means that our body is challenging us and it's bringing that beautiful strength and change that we want for our bodies. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Roll the shoulders if you need to. We're coming into our last movement, which is our triceps again. So you're going to hinge a little bit over your thighs. You're going to scoot a little bit away from your chair. You're going to take both palms facing the back of the wall, and you're going to lift and lower. All right, so that's where we're going. Last hard effort here, friends, and then you are done. So nice big tall chest hinge. Look right out in front of you. Lift those arms behind you. Lift and lower. Really think about that length behind you, not so much height. So I'm thinking about touching the wall rather than lifting my arm up really high. Reaching behind you. 5 more, and then we got those beautiful pulses. We hold the arms back. 3, 2, last one. Hold those arms up. Little teeny moves up. Just lift them up a little bit. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Yay, we did it. Whew, nice job. Rolling out those shoulders, gently setting your weights to the side, taking your time. Nice job. Whew. Let's sit nice and tall and gently start to roll out those shoulders because we worked our mid-back and our shoulders a lot today. So just being very mindful of that, releasing. Maybe as you roll your shoulders, you kind of roll your neck around with it. And when you're ready, we're going to switch directions of those shoulders, coming forward and releasing here. There's a really pretty blue jay bird right outside my window, and a big one actually. Usually I see them really tiny. This one is like this big. He's nice and big. And release. Sitting nice and tall. We're going to take our right arm across our body, gently holding it. Being mindful, we try to keep it down. So we don't want it up here, our shoulder and our ear. We want to leave it down a little bit. Breathing into the stretch. And exhale, release. We're going to take our tricep stretch. So either coming all the way up, patting yourself on the back, and you can either stay right here and just support that tricep or grabbing the elbow. But being mindful to only go where it's comfortable for you, stretching out that tricep. And release. Let's do the other side. Left arm across our body, gentle little stretch here. Also, I forgot to mention this on the other side, but you can always roll your wrist in this stretch too. Sometimes that feels nice. And exhale, release. Inhale, give yourself a nice pat on the back. Taking that tricep stretch that feels good for you. Breathing into that stretch. And exhale, release. All right, we're going to take our arms up. Exhale, push the earth away. Inhale up and push it away. Nice job. One more time. Inhale up, push it away. We're going to come into our side body stretch here. So inhale the arms up. Maybe they come more in front of your face. That's okay. Interlace the fingers and then reach over to one side. So really reach, feeling the right side of that body. Get a nice long stretch. So if you need to put the arms forward, you can still get a nice side stretch here. Breathing into that stretch. Exhale, release, roll those shoulders maybe a little bit. Inhale the arms up again. Exhale, interlace, and this time take the stretch to the right side of the room and feeling the left side of your body get that nice side stretch. Beautiful work. And exhale, release. Beautiful. All right, friends. Remembering to go with the flow of life. Yes, that's our mantra this week. Watching life unfold in beautiful and strange ways. We can either resist it or we can go with the flow. Hopefully, we're finding that flow in our sessions. Let's remember to find that heart space for ourselves, that gratitude for our body, allowing us to be in this space to create that movement that is so important. Nice big inhale, scoop up that love. Exhale, release anything that didn't serve us this week. One more time, big scoop of love. Exhale, heart center, release. Nice work, friends. Way to push hard this morning for me as well as yourself. I hope you all, if you're leaving and not staying for the last session, you have a beautiful Mother's Day. Thank you, Kathy. You as well. Good luck with your husband's procedure. We'll be wishing well thoughts for you and him. If you are staying for this third session, make sure you continue to get yourself hydrated. Wonderful, Carol. Thank you for always letting me know. I appreciate that. Helps me know who I have on here that's continuing in our journey this morning. Thanks, Karen. Thank you so much. We have about 10 minutes before we start our final session. So if you are staying, grab some drinks, maybe continue to stretch or find that nice breath work of some self-meditation, which is really just a way to stay with your eyes closed and focus on the cadence of your breath. Nice big inhales through the nose and out through the mouth. Some people like to have a count. So if you're choosing to do this, it's very helpful to close your eyes and think about that number. So for me, it's usually 4. So it's an inhale, holding at the top, exhaling, releasing. So if you'd like to practice that while we're waiting for our next section, you can absolutely do that. That's a great way to ground yourself to your morning, to your practice. Thanks, Ruth. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Mother's Day as well. Sorry if you can hear stomping upstairs. I think my little one's causing a ruckus up there. We have about 5 minutes here. We'll wait to see if anyone else is going to show up for the 11 o'clock session, and then we will get started. So make sure you have water close, any weights, a chair as always. And if you didn't see at the very start of class, under the comment section, I posted our mantra for today, which is knowing that everything happens right on schedule. It's a mantra that you can find comfort as you watch life unfold in strange and beautiful ways. And you can either find comfort in flowing with those changes or resisting and knowing that those places in between are available as well. So just a beautiful little mantra to hopefully move us through our practice, but as well as our lives. So welcome, welcome. All right, friends. Well, I have like 1 minute till 11, so if you're staying on, welcome. Hopefully other people will join us. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. So make sure you have your weights, water, all of the things to help you feel successful this morning. Oh, we're going to sit nice and tall in our chair this morning. And let's just start by slowly warming up not only our bodies, but our minds here this morning. So we're going to gently close down our eyes, maybe gently lower the gaze just in front of you. But during our sessions and in our breaks when we're on live, this is what I talk about doing these mindful meditations where you're inhaling. So let's do a couple rounds together. So we're going to inhale slowly. Inhaling, filling up the belly, the heart space, the lungs, feel the chest expand. And when you get to the top, hold it for a moment and exhale. Really sigh it out. Hear your own breath. Let's do that again. Inhaling, filling up the tummy, the lungs, the heart space, feeling it rise into your chest. Holding at the top. Exhale. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Sigh it out. Nice job. Let's inhale our arms up over. Maybe you'll take your left hand, grab that right wrist, gently lift a little taller, and then start to reach to the left side, feeling that side body get a stretch. If you need to take that range of motion a little lower, that's fine too. Breathing into the stretch. And exhale, release. Let's inhale tall again. Right hand will grab the left wrist gently, reaching a little taller. Exhaling, side body stretch. Nice inhales and exhales. And exhale, release. Let's do some gentle shoulder rolls this morning. Maybe you roll your neck around as you bring those shoulders up, if that feels good for you this morning. Keep working with those shoulder rolls. I want to make sure I haven't missed anyone this morning. Nice job. And let's slowly go the other direction with those shoulders. Again, option to roll out the neck if that feels good as you're doing this. And slowly release. Let's take those circles to the side here with our shoulders. Just gentle, almost like we're in the water and we're touching the water and making little ripples here. So you can flex those palms if you want. Little gentle arm circles. And when you're ready, switch the direction. Beautiful. Sitting nice and tall, big, nice, strong breath movement. And release. We're going to take our right hand forward like a virtual high five here. Gently pull those fingers back over the wrist, getting a nice little stretch here. Breathing. And exhale, switch the direction of that stretch, just gently stretching that wrist out. Exhale, release. Holding your arm, maybe just holding your wrist. Let's do some gentle wrist circles here in one direction. And when you feel complete, you can start to switch the directions of those circles. Nice job. Let's switch other side here. Left hand goes forward, virtual high five. Gently pull those fingers back over the forearm here. Nice job. Warming up the entire body here. And exhale. Switch the direction of that wrist stretch. And release, maybe holding that arm and coming into those gentle circles of the wrist. And when you're ready, switching the direction of those circles. Beautiful. We're going to come nice and tall. Maybe scoot yourself a little bit from your chair. We're going to come into some seated cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, lift the spine, the chest forward, heart space. Exhale, Gently slide those hands forward around the spine. Inhale, come through, heart center. Exhale, release. Nice job. Let's do a couple more on your own breath movement, finding that cadence for you. One more time here. And release. Let it go. We're going to sit where we are. We're not going to move anywhere. We're just going to either have your hands on your hips or maybe you have your hands up front or out in front of you. Just bring those knees up. Bringing those knees into the chest. Using that core as we lift the chest. Stay nice and tall spine, trying not to round as we lift the leg. So knowing that if you need to let the leg come a little less high, that's not really the word. If you want to take it lower, that's okay. I don't think less high really makes any sense, but keep moving, inhaling and exhaling as that knee comes into the chest as much as possible. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Moving on with warming up our whole entire body here, we're just going to start to gently march. You can use your arms, start to swing the arms with you. Just coming into a gentle little march here. Nice job. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leaving those feet down, we're just going to lift our heels up and down, stretching out the toes. So really trying to come up on the top of your feet here, warming up the joints of the feet and the toes, the arches of our feet. Nice job. And release. Take that right leg out and back in. Up. Just some knee extensions here. On this next one, hold it. Do some gentle rolls with the ankle in one direction. And when you're ready, switch those circle rolls with that ankle. And release. Let's do the left side. Left leg up and down. Just warming up that knee joint safely here. Nice job. This next one, keep it up and just come into those gentle rolls of the ankle here in one direction. And when you're ready, switch that direction. Beautiful. And release. Nice job. Sitting nice and tall, we're ready to begin our strength portion. So if you have those weights handy and you'd like to use them, knowing that you do not have to use weights, we're going to stay seated in our chair, nice long spine. Our arms are going to come to the side, and we're going to, instead of coming with our palms facing the chair, we're going to turn our palms forward. So as we come into this lateral movement, we're going to lift the heels. So lifting the heels like we just did, warming up those feet, lifting the arms and lowering, sitting nice and tall in your chair, and you're working to keep that core pulled back so it supports you. We want to work that core as well. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Now we're going to add on. You know I like to layer. So we're staying with this, but then this time when we get to the top, hold. The heels stay lifted, the arms stay lifted. Now pour the soup and come back down. So lift the heels, lift the arms. Now rotate that wrist forward and release. If it becomes too much to come up so high, you can come lower range of motion and release. So heel raise, arms raise, pour the soup and come back down. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, Last one right here, friends. Up, pour the soup, and relax. Maybe roll out those shoulders for a moment if that feels nice. Beautiful. Now, we're going to do something that works our mind and our body. Okay, we're going to do some brain curls. So, we're going to take opposite arm, opposite leg. So, instead of doing lateral, we're going to do front. So, you're going to lift the arm in front of you, lift opposite leg. So, I'm staying nice and tall. I don't want you to lean forward with the weight. Keep that back flat against the chair, long spine. Lift the leg, lift the weight. There you go. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Lift and lower. We're going to add on just like we did the last time, but this time when we come up, we're going to hold and we're going to work our wrist like we're holding a pan. So we're going to rotate that wrist forward with the weight, bring it back, set it down. Lift, rotate that wrist, bring it up and down. Nice job. Lift, rotate, and down. Let's do that 4 more times. Lift. Beautiful. 3 and 2. And last one right here. And release. Nice job. Roll out those shoulders. Shake out those wrists. Maybe do some in and out here with your hands or shake them. Really feeling comfortable to do what feels good for you this morning. Because we're going to do that all again, but we're going to do it on the other side. So this is your opportunity to take a drink of water if you need it. Little trivia, if you don't know this, for our health and wellness this morning. We should all be drinking half of our body weight. So how you figure that out, right? So divide your weight by 2. And you will figure out how many ounces of water that you should, for your individual body, be drinking every day. So that's a little tip for you. It's so important to get our water. I know that means we're going to go to the bathroom a lot more. But if you haven't been doing that, usually after a little bit, a week, your body will get used to that amount of water and the bathroom stops should not be so frequent. But it's so good for us to get that water. So we're going to come into that again on the other side. So we're going to go back into our lateral raises. So to start, our palms stay forward. We're going to lift the heels, lift the arms, and then release. So inhale and exhale. Nice job. Inhale and exhale. 3 more like this, and then we're going to go into that pouring the soup or maybe pouring the wine for those of you that like that. 1 more here, and then we'll hold. So lift and hold, rotate, pour that wine or soup, and bring it back down. Inhale, rotate, and bring it back. Beautiful. Inhaling and exhaling. 4 more. Rotate and down. Lift. Beautiful. And release. Maybe roll out the shoulders. All right. Just like we did before, but this time we're going to take our right leg and our left hand. So our right arm is going to go forward with our left leg extending and release. So we lift and release. Keep that spine nice and tall to the back of that chair. Lift and lower. Nice job. Keep going. 3 more, and then we're going to lift that heavy pan, that heavy skillet off the stove, working that wrist mobility here. 1 more here, then we hold. Lift, rotate that wrist, bring it back up and down. Nice job. Lift, rotate, and down. Beautiful. You got this. And down. Beautiful. Lift and release. 2 more times here. 1 more time. and release. Nice. Shake it out. All right. We are going to come into one more strength with our arms here. For our intense strength of our arms. So I'm also going to give you an option for your legs. And this is just a choice. So do not ever feel like you have to do these extra movements. It's just if you want to have some leg and some standing. So if you're going to stay seated, we're going to stay flat against our chair. Our elbows are going to pull back, and we're going to come into a chest press. So my arms are way up against my chest, and I push those weights forward and I pull them back. So that's where you can be if you want to stay seated. If you want to stand, this is not going to be deep. So don't think about a big squat, okay? It's more of a little gentle squat knee bend. So our arms stay up, and as we push our hips back, we push those arms. So I'll show you to the side because this is not super deep. As I sink my hips back and I pull the weights, okay? So setting up wherever feels good for you this morning, knowing you do not ever have to stand. But if you're feeling like I've been seated too much today, Jamie, I need more movement, this is for you. All right? So we inhale, sink the hips back. Exhale, release. If you're in your chair, same movement with those arms and same breath work. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Really pull that mid back. Pull it back. Inhale and exhale. Just a little knee bend here. Also working the glutes, but do it safely. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, roll out the shoulders. If you're staying standing, gently put those weights in your chair for me. We are going to come into one more thing with our legs before we move on to some abs, and then you, my friends, will be done this morning. But I want to give you some more leg strength. Leg strength is so important as we're aging. We want to keep our entire body nice and strong, yes? So if you are going to stay standing, you can have your chair here for support. And all we're going to do, I'm going to turn my chair to the side actually. You're going to use your chair for the support. You're not ever going to let go of the chair, okay? You're going to stand nice and tall, put some support in, and all I'm going to do is bring this leg up and back. We're going to start with the right. So have my hands kind of to the side a little wider. I'm going to keep my chest lifted, and I'm going to look right in front of me. I'm going to lift my knee to the chair or close. You don't have to get it all the way to the chair. And back. So lifting and put it back down. This is where we are. Taking this as slow or as quickly. If you take it quicker, you're going to notice your heart rate goes up a little more. Not unsafe. It just is going to be more cardio for you. But taking it as slow as you need it. Beautiful. Lifting that knee and putting it back down. It's almost like we're doing a march, but we're standing, right? High knees with one leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Now, I forgot to mention, if this doesn't serve you, you can always sit in your chair and just bring your knees up as you're seated, okay? Last little heavy part of our legs here. We always want to work our legs, so we're going to take it to the other side. So I'm going to switch my chairs just so you can see my other leg. Hands are wide. I'm just stepped back a little bit from my chair so I have some support. I'm going to take that left leg back. I'm going to bring my knee up and push it back. Bring it in and push it back. Nice job. Keeping that gaze right in front of you over your chair. Keeping a soft bend in this right leg so you don't hyperextend it. Keep a soft bend. Reaching it and pulling it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Walk slowly up to your chair, taking as much time as you need to get into your chair. We're going to do some abs and then we're going to do a cool down, friends. Grabbing a drink if you need it. Taking as much time as you need to get your chair set back up where you need it. Nice work, friends. All right, last little bit of work here with our abs. We're going to work our abs this morning. So we're going to take our arms. They don't have to be all the way over your head. They can be more in front of you. And you're going to lift one leg and really extend. So try not to round. Part of that work is staying tall so you feel it. See, hard to breathe in that side twist. So twisting, coming up, right side, left arm, and up. So you're just reaching that arm. I'm trying to reach without rounding, knowing that wherever your arm finishes is enough. Really squeezing that leg up so you can feel those abdomen muscles working for you. Reaching, inhaling as you come across, exhaling center. Inhale and exhale. You got it. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Nice job. Maybe work out any of those kinks this morning. Shake it out. All right, we're going to go into some more ab work. So sitting nice and tall. We're going to scoot a little bit from our chair. We're going to hold our chair. So I have the side of my chair. I'll turn to the side actually. So just a little bit. I don't want it to put any pressure on your lower back. So sitting nice and tall, I'm holding my chair and I'm lowering and lifting. The reason we sit away from our chair is so we can feel our very low abs work here. So you're just lifting and lowering. Really squeezing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. You see me shaking a little bit? Our lower abs are working to lift those legs because we're far from our chair a little bit here. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 5, 4. You can do this, I promise. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Woo! Maybe wiggle out. We felt that in our lower abs, I hope. Yes. All right, last ab thing we're doing, and then you have graduated to your cool down. So we've done this before. So we're going to put our feet flat on the floor. We're going to scoot back from our chair a little bit. Arms are going to cross. We're going to inhale, reach for the back of our chair with our back. Exhale, reach, sit nice and tall. I almost feel like a genie, right? What's that? I Dream of Jeannie. Inhale and exhale, release. Nice job. Knowing that this is your last hard work this morning. So celebrating that movement that we're creating, even if in that challenging moment. Knowing it's so good to work our core. Nice job. Keep inhaling and exhaling as you come up. Let's do 6 more and you are done, friends. Exhale. Inhale, pull that core, use it. 3 more all together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. And release. Well done. Nice work. Stay in your chair for your cool down this morning. Nice job. We're going to sit nice and tall this morning. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, split those arms to the left. Sit nice and tall. Maybe try to look past your shoulder here. That should feel nice on that core that we just worked. And exhale, come center. Inhale those arms up. Exhale to the right. Nice little gentle twist. Sitting nice and tall. And release. Nice work. All right. That should felt really nice there. We're going to take some cat-cows. So I'm going to push myself a little bit from my chair here. Inhale, chest nice and open. Exhale, round the back. Push forward. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, round that spine. Do a couple with your cadence of breath. Finding that space that feels good for you. And release. And release. Nice job. Coming nice and tall. We're going to take those arms up. Exhale. We're going to grab the left wrist, reaching tall. Again, coming slightly over to the right. Maybe you lower the arms if that doesn't feel good to have them super high. But still reaching, thinking about reaching towards the right so you can feel that side body get that stretch. And slowly release. Inhale up, grabbing that right wrist gently, lifting up a little taller, and then reaching over to the left side. Sitting nice and tall. And slowly release. Let's come into some shoulder rolls. Maybe you roll that neck around just like we did at the beginning. As you're rolling your shoulders, you're rolling your neck. Sometimes that feels really nice together. And when you feel complete, start to take the shoulders the opposite direction and take that neck with you if you want to. Nice work. Beautiful. All right, friends. Last little bit of heart space. I want you to just find your center, find being grounded here. Just like we started, thinking about moving through the flow of life as it unfolds in front of us, but also being mindful to just be present in this time for yourself, time for your body. Not thinking about what you have next. Trying to be very present for yourself, for your, not only your space in your body, but your heart space, your mental space. So do a couple of deep breaths, just like we started with. So inhaling through the mouth, filling up the belly, the heart space, the chest, the lungs expand. Holding at the top, exhale, release. Do this a couple more times with your breath. Really tapping into that gratitude for being able to be here, to be able to practice, to feel the breath in your lungs, your heart beating. Nice work. All right, slowly open those beautiful eyes. Let's do a nice big scoop of love all together for our Friday practice. Inhale and exhale. Release. Nice work, friends. Way to practice hard this morning for yourselves. I will be back in the studio on Mondays and Wednesdays, 9:15 to 11:30. We will continue to live stream those sessions. And then Fridays, I will be here in my home. So I hope everyone has a blessed Mother's Day, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all again on Monday. Thank you again so much.